of Rahul Gandhi's attempted visit to Sambhal, security that has now been increased at the Ghazipur border. That is the update now coming in. Will the delegation be stopped at the borders there? Remains to be seen exactly what happens, because significant security that has now been put in place, and owing to the current situation when it comes to curbs and restrictions that have already been put in place in Sambhal, we are looking at many of these delegations on part of political parties even attempting to leave from Sambhal. For Sambhal, they were stopped at either their houses or at their party offices. So we have Pradeep Duttar who is joining us live right now. Pradeep, good morning. We are looking at security that has been beefed up at the Ghazipur border itself. Remains to be seen what happens here when the delegation crosses this area.
So one thing is quite clear, that in the past also, whosoever has tried to enter inside Sambhal, they had been stopped. We saw that we saw the fate of the Samajwadi Party delegation. They were not allowed to move from Lucknow. The same happened with Congress delegation also, because they were not allowed to come out of their party office. And here at Ghazipur right now, you can see there's a heavy deployment of police. Already the area has been properly barricaded, because it is from here when Rahul Gandhi's cavalcade along with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and other Congress leaders will be crossing, and they'll be moving towards Sambhal. So the administration is trying to tell them, when the prohibitory orders are in place, why you want to derive the political mileage out of it and move inside, because they do not want anybody to go and vitiate atmosphere, and politicization of Sambhal violence is something that will not be allowed, because already there's an apex court instruction also where the Supreme Court has asked the government to ensure law and order in this region, because they do not want anybody to disturb law and order, anybody to vitiate atmosphere, politicize things, instigate and provoke people. Because on November 24th also it was seen, it was because of the political provocation, some people started pelting stones, 700 to 800 gathered outside the mosque. They started pelting stones, and they were firing from within the mob, because of which 4 people lost their lives. 29 police personnel were injured. Many other civilians were also injured. They had to be evacuated to hospital. So since then, the government is not taking any chance. That's one of the reasons that you can see large number of police personnel here right now deployed. I'll ask my video journalist to pan a 360-degree angle and show you. Look at this place. This is the Ghazipur border. You will find women constables also, officials also, and other police personnel. They are here well prepared to stop Rahul Gandhi from entering inside Sambhal, because many opposition party leaders have they feel that somewhere the government is trying to hide truth, but the reality is that even they are also playing the politics over the issue, because this is a photo of when already prohibitory orders are in place, that is in place for Rahul Gandhi too. Because when local Congress delegation was not allowed, how come the Rahul Gandhi will be allowed to visit? Because since 10th of December, right, nobody will be allowed to enter inside the boundary of Sambhal that has been made.
Granted requests and appeals that have been made for not to let a political team or a political delegation to visit the sensitive zone of Sambhal. It seems that the leaders in the opposition are adamant when it comes to going to Sambhal, or rather attempting to leave for Sambhal. Let's tell you exactly when it comes to the political delegations of different parties there in the opposition have attempted to do the same, and what happened with them thereafter. Let's talk about Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, all UP Congress MPs, and Avinash Pandey, UP in charge, has given the information saying that Team Rahul is now heading to Sambhal. This is the politics of a one-upmanship that can be seen that is taking place. But when it comes to what has happened previously in the area itself, because all eyes that are now Sambhal, but it seems that there is a blind eye to the injured police officials as well. There were several of them who received injuries. Some of them were grievously injured as well. Not a word of solidarity, sympathy or support that came in their way. However, we also talk about when it comes to the 30th of November, a delegation tries to visit Sambhal. We also talk about how this was a delegation on part of the Samajwadi Party that first tried. Later, it was on the 2nd of December, Congress team from Uttar Pradesh tried to visit Sambhal, but they were either placed under house arrest, or many of them were stopped at the Congress office in Lucknow as well, where many of them, including Ajay, was camping overnight. Then it was the Jamiat Ulema Hind team in Sambhal. Now we are looking at, as far as Rahul Gandhi and company, or we talk about Rahul, Priyanka and other MPs from Uttar Pradesh are attempting to visit Sambhal. Remains to be seen, because right now Rahul Gandhi being at the residence of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, will they directly leave from there? Because pictures on your screens that are now coming in of increased security at the Ghazipur border. This is the same area where they have to leave, where they have to use the route to enter Uttar Pradesh. So images that have now been coming in right now, of course, this seems to be another attempt by a political party, and this time it is the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha who will attempt to visit the violence in Sambhal despite the administration's ban on outsiders entering the district. The Sambhal DM